Ygg Tay, a lot of people know him. He was on a local level, but he was rising. You know what I mean? Got millions of views on YouTube. Hanging with some of the most famous people that we all know. But he just got hit with some more charges. You feel me? And these charges is different. It's different. You feel me? Check it out. Baltimore rapper Ygg Tay, who is already in federal prison, and a prominent hitman were a part of an alleged subset of Black Guerrilla family gang that is accused of carrying out 6 homicides and about a dozen other shootings. A recently unsealed federal indictment shows. Federal prosecutors say Ygg Tay, whose real name is Devontae Harris, paid other members of the gang to kill people on multiple occasions. A U.S. district judge sentenced Harrison to 15 years in federal prison in July after a jury found him guilty of drugs and gun charges. A recently sealed indictment, prosecutors say Harrison rapped about hiring a hitman, David Warren, who was charged in the same indictment, and said he was open to paying others to kill. Breaking news, I just signed the top shooter in the city to a deal. All them years he signed to me, a lot of people get killed, Harrison rhymed, according to the indictment. If he get caught, don't stress about it. His lawyer going on my bill. If somehow he loses at trial, got one word, appeal. 4 other men were indicted alongside Harrison and Warren. Barack Olds, Wayne Prince, Joshua Duffy, and Tyrell Jeffers. Although the indictment was unsealed Monday, it's unclear if any of the men are being represented yet by attorneys on their latest charges. Duffy and Jeffries was arrested Monday, while the other 4 were already in custody. The U.S. Attorney's Office of Maryland said in the news release. In a statement included in the release, Maryland U.S. Attorney Eric Barron touted the indictment as a reflection of his office's efforts to target gangs. Gangs will not be allowed to hold communities hostage through violence and intimidation, Barron said. The crimes alleged in the indictment, including drug distribution, armed robberies, assaults, and fatal and non-fatal shootings, occurred over a 7-year stretch from 2014 to 2021, according to the indictment, which charges the men with participating in the racketeering conspiracy. The U.S. Department of Justice says the BGF gang began in prison in California in the 1960s, first identified in Maryland prisons in the 1990s. Its presence continues in the state correctional facilities today. BGF gang members were in 2013 accused of turning the Baltimore City detention center into a stronghold, and authorities for years have sought to take down the gang's regime, attributing dozens of murders to the group and its leaders. The indictment outlines in detail the role each man is alleged to have played, while acknowledging they conspired with other gang members yet to be identified by authorities. Before the indictment, Baltimore authorities had charged Warren with attempted murder 10 times. Then Police Commissioner Keith Davis in 2017 described Warren as a trigger puller who belonged in custody and not on the city streets, but all of his cases were either dropped or resulted in acquittals at trial. The recent indictment attributes 2 murders and at least 10 attempt murders to Warren. Warren is again accused of a quintuple shooting on Memorial Day of 2016, according to the indictment. Federal prosecutors say Harrison, in 2018, hired Warren for his services as a hitman, adding Warren attempted to kill 3 people from February through August of that year in exchange for payment from Harrison. When Harrison boasted about having the city's top shooter in a rap video posted to Instagram in February 2018, he was referencing Warren, according to the indictment. About a month later, Warren allegedly sent Harrison a picture of himself carrying an assault rifle and proclaiming in text message that Warren had a lot of power. Federal prosecutors say Warren expressed his willingness to kill if Harrison accepted him in the inner circle. When Harrison developed beef with members of rival crews, Warren did Harrison bidding, authorities said. The indictment alleged Warren went to a home he believed that one of his rivals lived in on April 4, 2018, only to find the rival's mother and sister. He and an unidentified accomplice shot and killed the mother and daughter, according to the indictment. There's a heinous individual out there who committed it, the Baltimore police spokesman at the time, Chief T.J. Smith, said of the double homicide. About 3 months later, Warren struck again, according to the indictment. Warren Prince and an accomplice not identified by prosecutors tried to kill another one of Harrison's rivals, showing up to a house the accomplice owned and was renovating and opened fire. Prince allegedly fatally shot a construction worker and gravely wounded the others by shooting them in the head. Federal prosecutors say Olds shot and killed a drug trafficker on July 3, 2019, while a woman was pushing her infant daughter in a stroller. O's is also accused of shooting a person in the head on July 15, 2015, and an incident where an unindicted accomplice shot and killed another person. In between those shootings, Duffy and Jeffries attempted to kill someone at the direction of a ranking BGF member who had stolen from the person they went on to shoot, according to the documents. The indictment alleges gang members were also accused of running a stash house for the crew's guns and drugs, a place they were known to hide after the shootings. Now I'm going to get this right because the article got it wrong. They actually updated it a little later. He was charged, he's being charged with 6 murders, not 2. And this is the part of the game that they don't tell you. Now, like I said, Ygg Tay been arrested for at least 4 or 5 years now. And the way the government is putting it, like he was a terror on the streets. Let me say something to the terrorists that's on the streets. Not my streets, just streets all across America. Once they get you off the streets for whatever reason, that open the door for the rats. A lot of the guys that you're dealing with, once you out of sight, out of mind, they're going to pull a Gangster Williams move on you. And I think that's what happened with Ygg Tay. Except the fact that he's not dead physically. But he's in prison and he's going to be there for at least the next 15 years, 14 years. And I remember when he caught that time, I said, dang, he made out considering all the rumors. Like, dang, he made out. But one thing about the federal government and just the police, detectives in general, when you're dealing with murders, they're not going to stop. These people are relentless. They're going to go state to state, person to person till they solve these crimes, man. If they really want you. Now, every now and then you got people that slide through the cracks, like the one guy, 10 shootings, the whole city know about him. You feel me? They done wrap them up. Now, I ain't saying he the rat, but it's a lot of unidentified co-conspirators in this paperwork. Straight up. And they probably got caught with a pistol and just took them down. You know? Everybody trying to help themselves. Probably was listening to Charleston White. But how y'all feel about this, man? I know a lot of the world is surprised. You know, they look at him as a rapper. He was. And it's just a shame to me that he didn't use that talent and leave the streets alone. Talent is going to take you way farther than the streets can ever take you. That's the best advice I can give a street nigga. You feel me? But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. So y'all surprised, man. What y'all think gonna happen out this, man? It look like to me they trying to sit Tay down, give him an L boogie, life sentence him. But you choose the life, live it, and accept everything that come along with it. And I think Tay is accepting that. And I'm out.